What's going on, guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading. Of course, hanging out with that cozy beeves back there. Mega good vibes. We're going to dive right into a collective message around the divine masculine and the divine feminine, okay? I want to see what the energy is like between you two. This could be on the spiritual as well, so it could be things that you're picking up on, but it's not showing itself in the physical. It's more just the vibes exchanged between you two, okay? So let's check in what the energy is like between the divine masculine and feminine. What are you two picking up on from each other? What is the energy like between you two right now? Ooh, codependency. I knew it. Especially for the divine masculines, okay? So we have release your ex and free yourself. I'm telling you, I feel like the strong message that's coming through from the divine feminines is like, don't come any closer, okay? I feel like a lot of you have healed the codependency on this connection or with your divine masculines, okay? Because you're letting go of control issues. A lot of you are not fazed or bothered by the cycles anymore, the triggers, the karmic situations. You're just letting things fall where it needs to fall, but I feel like it's creating such a beautiful energy around you, and in return a lot of your divine masculines are really drawn to this energy as well. So overall, I feel this free energy coming from the divine feminines, which it felt like that was missing for quite some time, because I feel like many of you might have gone through these phases of trying to detach, but then maybe you would still watch, or maybe you would still think about them a lot, or maybe you would still have trouble, focusing your energy on other things other than some kind of outcome. I feel like many of you have let go of the outcome. You're just letting things unfold the way that it's supposed to. And for the divine feminines as well, I do feel like for a lot of you, your heart is very open. And that is also something that's drawing in your divine masculines, because they can feel your energy very, very closely. Okay, mark my words, they can feel your energy. They can feel that some of you might be like freeing yourself of this connection. You're freeing yourself of their energy, allowing them to do whatever it is they need to do. If they need to work out karmic situations, if they need to just be at a distance from you, if they want to be silent, if they want to get back into that player energy, do they want to get back into addictions, whatever it is, whatever road that they're on to healing, I feel like many of you are starting to really see it that way. Many of you have kind of hopped off of the path with walking it with your divine masculine side by side, and you're just doing your own thing now. Okay, now in return, I do feel like this has a lot to do with those karmic towers that are falling in your divine masculine's life. This release your ex energy has been very, very difficult for many of them. A lot of them are very, very codependent, and it's something that they're seeing, like even emotionally, they can't stand the thought or fathom the thought of being alone or on their own, especially with all this twin flame bullshit going on. They're not about to experience, life on their own. And I feel like the more that they resist it, or the more that they run from gaining that sense of independence and moving as someone who can be autonomous and make your own decisions, and you're not deadly afraid of loneliness or abandonment, then the universe is going to keep throwing it at you in a variety of different lessons and in different ways. And I feel like for a lot of your divine masculines, like gaining back control of their own energy is definitely something that many of them are being faced with right now. They could be struggling with it, or they could be gaining a lot of clarity about just freeing themselves, freeing their energy so that they can make an independent or autonomous decision. That's why we have codependency here coming up. You are no longer codependent on your divine masculine, therefore it's raising codependency issues in their own life. Where are they codependent? Okay, many of them could also be codependent on your energy as well, trying to get some kind of reaction out of you. Because the thing is, guys, is like they want some kind of safety net. That's what I'm getting with this card, because I'm seeing a net. Okay, a lot of your divine masculines have been through tons of cycles with you, or they've tried to do this. They're going to escape these karmic situations, but they want to make sure that the divine feminine's that safety net that's going to catch them. And I feel like that doesn't help that abandonment wound that many of them are struggling with and hide behind a mask and really do not want you to know that they struggle with. Okay, highly, highly codependent for a masculine energy. And I feel like they don't want you to see that because it's not showing up in that bold, brave, courageous energy that ideally you're supposed to take charge of when you resonate at the core with the divine masculine energy. Okay. And I feel like that's a big trigger that many of you have brought to the table, is that a lot of these divine masculines were moving in this type of macho masculine energy that you shed a lot of light upon. You let them see the truth, what true divine masculine energy is. It's about action, integrity, honesty, and really how you present yourself, the kind of character that you have, what your connection to source is. You know, many of you left your divine masculines feeling a sense of unworthiness. I'm hearing getting a reality check. Okay, and this was a direct karma for misjudging you. I feel too like that's why a lot of you in the divine feminine energy, almost like on your mission, you will kind of come in as the underdog. And then, you know, it's usually a case of wowing people with your story or your success or with your come up. That kind of tends to be a big theme for many of us on these journeys. Okay. And I feel like right now you're on the come up in terms of releasing this. Okay. You're letting go of control issues. You no longer wish to control this connection. Therefore, all of the karmic pulls, even in your own life, in your masculine's life, just anything that surrounds this whole twin flame connection, any karmic energies, there's no longer that stronghold on it anymore. Many of you are releasing, you're letting go, you're breaking free. Look at these cards: codependency, you know, releasing your ex, freeing yourself, letting go of control issues. I feel like this motion of just like moving it all away, getting ready for some kind of reset. Butterflies could be a huge thing for many of you right now because it's representing death and rebirth, you know, that cycle of cocooning and thinking that it's over because you can't see the transformation that's happening within there, and then boom, all of a sudden, you know, you emerge into something that can fly, that can take flight. So that's what I feel is happening for a lot of you on these journeys right now. It's a lot of towers falling, a lot of letting go. Many of you are getting ready for that reset as well, to reconnect with your counterpart, catch up in a sense as well, because the catching up has a lot to do with validation for the experiences that many of you have gone through. And I also feel like a lot of you are like having these moments of having to release the karmic situations out of your life, because it's not going to be interfering with the reconnection or that reset energy the same way it was interfering with it before. Because if you guys notice, it was able to interfere with it to the point where you guys would ghost each other in a day. You guys would be ready to block each other in a heartbeat. But now I feel like it's child's play at this point, especially for the divine feminines. A lot of you aren't getting triggered over the karmic interference, the karmic provocation. What have you learned, divine feminine? What have you learned? Okay, finances and career, you're minding your own business. Ooh, it's because you're forgiving and learning. Okay, the power of love, basically. Okay, the power of forgiveness, the power of healing. I feel like many of you are moving forward. You're seeing the bigger picture. The minute you release any kind of resentment or animosity towards your divine masculine, a lot of these karmic situations, like, they disappear. They don't have that hold anymore. So if a lot of you are feeling that wound up energy, you'll feel it in your stomach, you'll feel it in your chest, you'll feel this sense of disgust. Heal it, let it go, forgive it, move on. It's not worth it, because what it's doing is it's acting as like the coals that you throw into the fire. And if you look, those coals are like black, okay? And that's why many of you can feel so tired when you get into separation with your divine masculine. And then the karmic energies end up creating this this kind of dark cloud over the both of you that's filled with like, I never want to see you again, I hate you, how could you do this to me, like, you know, everything I've been through has all been in vain, like the tower strikes, lightning, you know, I feel like all of that is dissolving, because really there is no more karmic tower or trigger that can affect you at this point. Because I feel like for many of you, you've learned the lesson, the beautiful lesson, as don't ever put anybody on a fucking pedestal above yours. You always make sure that you are sitting at the head of that table. Don't ever switch your seats with anybody for anybody to take the head of the table. I feel like that is like the rise of the divine feminine collective. And so in turn, I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are getting their power back as well, because it's the karmic interference, okay? If many of them look around them, family, friends, people who will see this connection and know and feel its energy in its entirety, and still try to keep two people apart, or still try to stir things to create illusions or cause illusions. And the funny thing about it is that there's nothing more powerful than this energy that resides within the divine feminine. I feel too like you guys made some type of contract with Source, that you recognize your twin in this lifetime, and that there's nothing that anybody or anything can do to put you in that energy, okay? Because many of you will have experience, and you'll know that the minute you start resenting your twin, or you'll feel spiritual karmic attacks, all of that stuff starts happening. It kind of pushes you away from like your mission work, okay? It kind of even pushes you away from doing a lot of the healing and a lot of the shadow work. I feel like there's certain protocols, I don't know why I'm getting this, but there's certain protocols that are put in place when twin flames start drifting apart. When karmic energies feel like, yes, I feel like the universe is like, can we put these fools in check already? And then they're reminded again that, this whole connection between the divine masculine and the divine feminine is for a greater purpose. These two souls are meant to heal on a level that's affecting like a community. It's not just like their individual life, it's a lot of people. That's why a lot of you feel eyes on you. That's why a lot of your twin flame connections are so dramatic, and there's karmic situations, and there's people watching you and keeping an eye on you. It's because you're affecting people at such a profound level. Even a lot of people who observe your twin flame connection, I'm hearing that there's people around you that they wish that they could have this love with your divine masculine, your divine feminine. They wish they could have experienced love at such a profound level. It might really bother them to the point where they might they question it, right? They think that you're crazy divine feminine. They think that maybe your divine masculine is under some kind of karmic spell. Like, they don't think it's possible that you two could have experienced a love so magnificent, so big, so wild, so like over the fence, shoot for the moon, World Series kind of stuff. People are like, no, there's no way that can be real. And that's why only you and your divine masculine know the truth, because only you two have experienced it. And you can't deny what you feel, right? So that truth right there is that contract that nobody can take, nobody can break. Once you make eye contact with your divine masculine, with your divine feminine in this lifetime, it's kind of like this sealed deal for you to continue on in this lifetime with this invisible kind of partnership. But that invisible kind of partnership, it can also be felt intuitively by a lot of people around you. And that's why many of you are, you are being shaken up, or you can feel shaken up, until again you learn to free yourself, right? To move forward and to not attach yourself to the outcome. Like, I'm waiting here, I know this must be something great, I can feel it. So then trust it if you feel it, and just let it go. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys for this quick check-in. I'm sorry, it sounds like I was rambling, but I don't know who I was talking to or who this message was meant for. But I hope you guys received it well. All right, you guys take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Bye.